know folks are probably just finishing up meetings and whatnot, but if you're just hopping on, definitely hit that registration link. Have to sign in on that in order to be eligible for the swag bag. I'm not sure all what's in there, but I think it'll be good. And grab a towel. Everyone's gonna need a towel for today. So if you have a second, go ahead and grab a towel. Hopefully a few more folks join us, but either way, we'll just give it a second. But you can hop on that link, grab a towel or a pillowcase or a belt or anything, whatever will work. And I apologize, I'm breathing heavy and sweating. There's a lunchtime workout every day just coming off of that. So breathing heavy. If you're just hopping on, grab a towel. We're gonna need that for today. You'll probably get tired of me saying that. I'll go ahead and put that in the chat too. Yay, you can see it, awesome. So yes, click on that link. You will be entered to win an awesome prize. And while we're waiting for some folks to hop on, grab a towel, and I'm just gonna do some arm circles while we are waiting. But I won't give it too much longer. We'll just give it a minute or two and then we will get rolling. Got a lot of great full body stretches for you today. And I'm gonna throw out a shameless plug to let you know that I do a full body stretch class every Tuesday and Thursday at 12. It'll be very similar. So if it feels good, definitely join me for that stuff. All right. What do you say? Should we give it another minute? Yeah. So let's go ahead and if you're ready, put your hands on top of your shoulders. And we're gonna get some big shoulder rolls in, nice backward shoulder rolls. Really squeeze those shoulder blades back. I'll come sideways, you can kind of see that a little better. Big shoulder rolls backwards. And then go ahead and switch it to forward. That should feel really good, especially if you've been sitting at your desk all day. All right, and let's go back to some just regular arm circles. And then we'll go ahead and we'll use the towel here a little bit. Let's keep them kind of small. Small arm circles, thumbs towards the ceiling, keeping the shoulder blades back. And let's get them a little bit bigger. And switch it to forward. All right, shake them out a little bit. Before we get rolling with the towel, I'm gonna use my chair here just for balance a little bit. And if you're just hopping on, make sure you click on the link in the chat box to sign in so that you're eligible to win the prize for today. Let's get some backward steps. It's not really a lunge, but just a nice step backwards, squeeze your glutes. And I start off with this just because when you're sitting at your desk all day, these muscles, these hip flexors tend to get really tight. So I want to loosen them up a little bit before we start using our towel here. And again, if you're just hopping on, either grab a towel or a pillowcase or a rope or a belt or anything you can hold on to. All right. Last one there. And before we use the towel, again, I'm just going to use my chair for a little bit of balance. And I'm going to do what's called a hip hinge. So on one leg, you're just going to hinge forward at your hip. Reach the opposite leg back, and you should feel a nice stretch in your hamstring. You can use your desk, the wall, anything. If you're using a chair, just make sure it doesn't have wheels, or if it does, then hopefully it's up against the wall so you don't go sliding anywhere. Let's get 2 more on this side. And then we're gonna grab that towel and start using it a little bit. All right, just gonna flip over to the other side. You really try to reach that back leg, keep it nice and straight. You should feel a really nice stretch in the hamstring there. Let's just do 2 more on this side. All right. And now I'm gonna go ahead and take the towel. Really helps with getting some tension out of your shoulders. The first thing I actually want to do is take it, put some tension on it, and we're going to do some what I would call around the world circles, just to really, again, get your hips opened up, get everything opened up. Really pull on the towel, kind of like you're trying to pull it apart. Nice and slow. Let's do 1 more this way. And then we're going to go the opposite direction. Here we go. Anybody just hopping on, I'll keep reminding you, don't forget to click on that link to be entered in the drawing for the prize today. All right. Now let's come just over your head, really pulling on your towel, and we're gonna do some nice side bends. Give yourself a little tug down to really feel a good pull along your side. And nice and slow, let's go to the other side. We'll do a couple on each side. Good, let's go back to the other side. And just really pull down on it. And other side. Nice. All right, I'm gonna come this way just so you can see a little bit better what I'm doing. And feet nice and wide. We're gonna squat down a little bit. You don't really have to squat much. I'm not looking for the squat. I'm really more looking for the reach. But if you just drop your butt back a little bit, it really helps to open up those shoulder muscles. And again, as much as you can, I want you to pull on that towel like you're trying to pull it apart. And hopefully you'll feel a really good, nice stretch throughout your shoulder blades. Let's do 2 more this way. Then I'm going to go lateral. All right, so get your feet a little bit wider. And all I'm going to do is come to one side and try to get a nice stretch on my inner thigh. And then pull the towel back, squeeze your shoulder blades. Reach it out again like you're trying to pull it apart. Again, all I'm looking for here, a nice pull on your shoulders, but then a nice stretch on your inner thigh. Let's just do 1 more of those to each side. All right. And now lift the towel up over your head. Hopefully your shoulders are starting to move a little bit better. And you can go a little bit of just forward and back with the towel. Opening up your chest a little bit. Get a couple more of those. All right. And then just standing right here, I'm just going to do a couple of torso rotations. Again, with the towel. We won't use it for everything, but definitely going to use it for a few things today. All right, a couple more rotations. Awesome. All right, now we go ahead and set it down for a minute here. The next one I'm going to do is a hamstring scoop. All you're going to do is slightly bend one knee, bring the other leg out straight in front of you. You're just going to reach down and scoop up. Your thumb should be pointing towards the wall behind you as you reach up. Scoop down and reach it back. Nice, scoop and reach. Let's do 2 more on this side. All right, go ahead and switch legs. So again, just slight bend in this one, straighten the front leg. You're gonna scoop it down and just reach it up. Get a nice pull at the top. Let's do 1 more here. Nice. All right, let's go feet a little bit wider. And then from here, just again, sink down a little bit. Not much at all. But we're gonna actually circle your arms over your head, or you're in just kind of this slightly squatted position. And you'll feel that really opens up your back a little bit more. And then from there, I'm gonna again go lateral. I'm gonna put one hand inside my knee and reach towards the ceiling. Let your eyes follow your hands. And bring it back to center. Hinge forward, thumbs towards the ceiling, reaching your shoulder blades apart. Bring it back up, and then we're gonna go to the other side. So just leaning in, prop that forearm against your knee, and reach towards the ceiling, your eyes following your hand. Good, and let's bring it back to center. Put both your forearms in between your knees. Give yourself a little resistance there, and you're gonna stand up nice and slow. Again, let's reach it towards the ceiling. Hinge forward at your hips, and separate those shoulder blades. Nice, and come on back up. This one, I'm gonna actually go on my knee. If you're not able to kneel, that's okay. You can put one foot maybe up on a chair or on a step or something like that. If you're able to kneel, we're gonna really get some good range of motion in your shoulder blades here. So we're gonna kind of start off like this, elbow bent by the front knee, and we're gonna rotate. Really pull that shoulder blade back, and you should feel some good rotation in your upper spine. Of course, this is a spot that gets really tight on a lot of people, I know. Before we're done today, if there's any spots that you feel like you want me to get a little bit more or pay a little more attention to, you can throw a note in the chat and I will do that. Now let's do 2 more, and then we're gonna switch our hand position. All right, now let's go ahead and put your hands behind your ears, and you're just gonna rotate towards that front knee. And you should really feel, again, that shoulder girdle opening up a little bit. Let's do 2 more, and then we're gonna switch sides. All right, I'm gonna switch. And again, if you are not comfortable kneeling, just put your foot up on your chair. It'll work just as well. So we're gonna go this way. Really pull that shoulder blade back. Nice big pull. Let's do 2 more. All right, and then again, let's go ahead and put your hands behind your ears, and you're gonna rotate. And you may notice as I do right away that one side is tighter than the other. It's totally normal because we all have a dominant side. Definitely don't force it though. You never want to stretch past the point of pain. Let's get a couple more rotations there. All right. And now I'm just gonna lean in a little bit to get more of a hip flexor stretch here. Reach the same arm up in the air as the leg that's back and squeeze that butt cheek. It's gonna give you a little more intense stretch in the front of your thigh. And then come on back, and we're just gonna reach here and then switch sides. And if kneeling is not great, you can do this with one foot up on your chair or on a step or something like that. All right, and let's go ahead and switch. And just lean into it. Squeeze the glute of the leg that's back and reach that same arm up in the air. And you should feel a lot more elongation through the hip flexor. And come on up. And again, bring that front foot out and just nice gentle reach with those hamstrings again. We'll get them a couple times before we're totally done. All right. And now I'm going to go ahead and come up. And I want to do a couple of full trunk rotations. We're going to come to one side and then reach and rotate. Again, I'm looking to open up the hips. Not fast. You're going to come to one side, and we're just looking to open up through here. Let's just do two more there. Big reach. And let's go to the other side. Just really reach. All right, let's get one more. Nice. And then we're going to do some more things to open up your shoulders. I'm going to do just a slight bend forward. If you need to do this seated, you totally can. It can be seated or it can be in a squat position. Either way is fine. I'm going to do it standing. So all I'm going to do is arms come up, out to the side, and then back. Call these swimmers. I don't really look like I'm swimming, I know, but it's all right. So nice big reach over your head. Again, if you need to do it seated, that's fine. And back. Up, out, and back. Let's get 3 more of those. And last one. All right. Next one. I'm actually going to go ahead and come on the chair here. And sitting sideways, I want you to bring one leg back and bring this arm behind you. Just kind of letting it rest against the chair, opening up those chest muscles. Let your other arm come just to the side. Those tend to get really tight when you've been at a desk all day. Nice. And then let's go ahead and switch sides. So again, just bring that one leg back. Arm just resting behind your hand, should be totally relaxed. And then just bring that other arm out, opening up the chest muscles. All right. Now this next one, I'm going to show you 2 different options. So you can do this seated or we can do it on all 4s. You can come down like this and rotate up, seated, or if you're comfortable, we can do it on the floor on all 4s. So you pick whether you want to do it seated or here. Just again, trying to loosen up the back. Let's do one more. We'll switch sides. All right, so go ahead and come to the other side. Two more. Nice. All right. This next one, I'm gonna stay kneeling, but if you wanna do it seated or standing, either way, totally fine. You're gonna bring your thumbs again towards the top of your shoulders. Then I want you to reach all the way up as far as you can. Try and keep your hands next to your ears. Come down, keep the shoulder blades squeezed, and then bring them in front of you. Get those shoulders moving as much as you can. Back, reach it all the way up as far as you're able to reach. And let's get 2 more of those. Nice. Hopefully that feels amazing. Woo. All right. The next one we're going to do here, this is called a reach and roll. If you're able to do a kneeling, great. If not, you can do it with your elbows on your chair. So all we're going to do is you're going to reach across your body and pull, and then come back up. Again, if you need to do that on your chair, that works. As you reach across, you should feel a really nice pull in your shoulders. Let's do 2 more in this direction. All right. And let's go ahead and go to the other side. As you reach across your body, just kind of pull on that shoulder a little bit. Come back up, roll right out again. Let's do 2 more this way. Nice. All right. Let's grab your towel again. And now that we've done a lot more mobilization, lift that towel up again. You can do this seated or standing. And we're going to bring it slightly behind your head and forward. Behind and forward. Let's just do a couple more of those. All right. I'm going to come back on the chair and get some nice stretches for the side of your neck. Now, if you want, you're welcome to cross one leg. That makes it a little bit more intense, but you can then just grab onto the side of your chair and just lean, leg cross or not, going slightly forward and slightly backwards. Just to get a nice pull on the side of your neck. And then go ahead and switch sides. And pulling on the bottom of the chair, going slightly forward and slightly back. Nice. Now let's get your hip rotators a little bit. So go ahead and cross that leg. And all you're going to do is lean forward into it. And you should feel a nice stretch down the side there. And go ahead and switch sides. Whew. Once again, you may notice that one side is tighter than the other. Go ahead and lean forward into it. You should get that right along the side there. And then we're going to do a few hip rotations standing. All right, come on up. Again, I'm just going to use the chair for balance. But you're going to just open up your hip. Some nice hip circles. Nice. And before we totally switch, bring one foot up on the chair. Get a nice big stretch again in that hip flexor. You should feel that front here as well. course, me on a chair looks like a little kid, but that's another story. All right, let's go ahead and go to the other side. Really just rotate out with that hip. Nice. And then once again, let's go ahead and bring one foot up onto your chair. Feel a little more of a stretch in that hip flexor in the back here. You should feel it underneath as well. Awesome. All right. I have a lot more stretches I can do with you guys. Is there anything you feel like you want to work on a little bit more? Oh, you guys will see the link? Uh-oh. For some reason, it keeps disappearing. I'm not sure why. Let me go ahead and paste that in there again. Hopefully you can see that now if you didn't have a chance to click on there yet. But do you guys have other spots? I can totally get on the floor, but I didn't want to assume that everybody can get on the floor. So if you're comfortable on the floor, I'll do a couple more things down there if you want. Actually, let's do one of my favorites. If you're able to do this, go ahead and come back on the floor. You can bring your arms just up over your head, which feels really nice. And we're just going to do a few lifting up, squeezing your glutes, let your arms totally relax. Just kind of activating those muscles we sit on, but it helps to stretch out in the front a little bit too. But at this point, you want your arms just hanging like noodles. Let's just do 2 more there. All right. And then if you're comfortable, then lift your legs, hold on to one of them, and lower the other side down. We'll just do 3 or 4 of those. So 1 more there. And I'm going to switch. Hold on to this one. All right, 1 more. And I'm just going to roll up. Woo. And just again, reach forward, separating those shoulder blades. All right. It is 1 o'clock. Is there anything else that you guys would like to work on? I feel like I could do a lot more, but I realize you probably have other meetings to go to. Is there anything you feel like is still tight? If so, drop it in the chat box. If not, I know you might have to hop, but awesome. Thank you all for showing up today. I hope that was beneficial. Interesting, weird. I know it's kind of hard sometimes, but just a quick reminder again, I do a full body stretch every Tuesday, Thursday at 12:05, and I do get on the floor and do a little more like yoga-esque stuff. I didn't want to do too much on the floor just because I wasn't sure if everyone would be able to kneel and all that, but definitely check it out. Shoot me an email if there's some more stuff you want to work on. I am totally available for everybody for any kind of health and fitness questions, one-on-ones, all that great stuff. The good news is, since not a lot of folks were here, you have a really good chance of winning the prize. So let me know.